feel like this should be named, why are we making excuses? Since there's gonna be times where I just don't want to do it. And that's the excuse itself. I don't want to do it. Bosses, my bosses, what's up? I know I said it 4 times, but that's where I am mentally right now, because I've been trying my hardest to figure out how to get this message across without rambling, but also getting my message across. So bosses, come to the front, especially the ones who business minded, got a business, got a plan, got a hobby that you're trying to turn into a money thing. Come bring your ass here. Let's talk, because I feel like we might be on the same shit. Ain't you tired? What's your excuse today? Because I got a few I can make. I got a few. Well, not anymore because it's warm. But when I was first out here, I was using the cold as an excuse. I was using my car. I was using quite a few things. As bosses, as people who are running businesses, and again, all of y'all are bosses to me, because I say a boss runs their life. You are the choice. You decide how you react to things. So even if you don't own a business, I still feel like you can relate to this. But I really wanted to talk to my business owners and people who are artists that are a brand, you're a business. I wanted to talk to you guys because I know you can relate to what I'm thinking about. When I first came out here, was using the weather as an excuse, was using my car and everything. Now it's warm. What other excuses can I come up with? Oh, it's too far. Oh, it's this and that. It's okay to have those excuses, but what are you going to do about it to stop it? For example, people who own businesses, like actual buildings, not just your name. I'm pretty sure the first space you ever rented out was not 100% your dream rental place, was it? It was probably a place where you're like, it's a start. No matter what you start, it's going to always start with, it's a start. That new project, that new song that you started writing, it's a start. That new school that you're starting, it's a start, right? Some people, the seasonal depression is real as hell. Like, there's still no leaves on our trees out here, and I'm very much disappointed in that. But if I was back in Texas, even though this is a temporary stay for me and I'm making it work, I feel like there's going to be excuses down the line. There's always going to be something, because for me, the biggest excuse at that time was a car. When I was doing this project, I still figured out how to get to my producer, even though I was stuck with not really having my own car. I was borrowing another car at the time. I still got the music produced. I still got it done, pushed it out, and then I moved to Texas. And, I thought that was just going to be the move. And then again, something else happened with the car. So it made it even harder to do anything. And I lived with a whole producer, but I didn't fuck with the person at the time. And I tried my best not to get too TMI with my life, because some stuff y'all just don't need to know about me. But at the same time, like me being an artist and y'all didn't know anything about me, I'm not Beyonce. I don't have millions of fans. I can't just sell y'all a product and then be like, I'll see y'all at the tour now, right? No, I can't do that. I'm so sorry. I'm not that artist yet. But I really wanted to get on here and just try and encourage you guys that, like, we all go through it. We all have excuses, and especially my Greek people, y'all better know what excuses is, because I heard it a lot. Y'all better be able to speak it back to me. I forgot which one of y'all does excuses, but yeah. Shit, that needs to be tacked on people's walls. If I could make an excuse for everything, I would never do anything. I can't make excuses forever. Again, speak to the people who are trying to run a business, who themselves are a business, and from someone who's going through that mindset, I've made so many excuses. I've made too many, actually, for people, for why I shouldn't do a certain type of genre or X, Y, and Z. And I feel like that's putting me in a box of my own, and I don't like that. So I'm trying to get out of those things, like keep pushing, find a show that I can perform at. That's a goal that I want to do before I leave here. I want to at least perform at one decent show where I'm at least doing a 15-minute set. Business owners, it's never going to be perfect every single time you touch it. You might have failed 10 business by now, and by your 11th business, you're a millionaire. There's people who are becoming millionaires in their 50s. I'm only 28. I'm only 28. And you have to say it out loud like that, because we, especially in the music industry, we love to put this age above people's head for some reason. Because if you look at it, like, a lot of times people will look at like 50, 40 years old that are trying to get into it and just kind of be like, don't you think you're too old for this? Don't you think your kneecaps don't look properly when you stand up straight? But ain't nobody talking shit about your kneecaps. Why are you worried about my age? What does my age have to do with my talent? I didn't know that I was supposed to sound like an old lady by the time I'm 25. I'm sorry I didn't meet your stereotypical standard. Sorry. Life to me. And yeah, I'm gonna do one more for you. Life to me, bro. I know a lot of parents out there who wish they could get back into it. And then you probably got your bickering, nagging, all the friends that are like, girl, you too old to be doing that. You a mom. Why do you give a about what the person is doing? Why? And I know we love to say that a lot, but be the same people that be talking about people in our heads. People will literally downplay your dreams, your goals, your realities because of whatever reason. Whether they don't like you, they don't like themselves, they don't like the world, someone peed, and I don't know. Because those ain't my people. I don't hang around those people on purpose. Because the moment you start downplaying my dream, I got shit to talk about no more. Because I put too much energy and time into this. I put too much thought and effort, and I put it on hold for too long. And I say all that to say this, like, you're gonna fuck up. Nothing's going to be perfect. You're gonna take breaks. Excuses are okay. Make as many as you want. But also know that you are the one that's running that goddamn business. So keep making excuses. But in 10 years from now, are you gonna like that you use those excuses? Probably not. Valid ones, perfectly fine. For me, I feel like what's valid for me is if my car's not working properly and I feel I don't want to hop on a bus depending on where I'm at, because not everybody has the same metro amazingness like New York or Chicago, where you could take a train. I ain't gotta worry about no goddamn traffic lights. I just get on the train and I'm there in like 20 minutes. That's about the same amount of time I would spend goddamn driving my car. Yeah, I'd take a bus. I don't got a problem with that. But that's not the reality of what we live in. I'm saying that to say, like, you're gonna make excuses. Validate what excuses make sense to you, and don't let anyone else validate those excuses. Don't purposely set yourself up for failure. But also don't be sitting there like, I have to do something every day. It has to be this. It has to be that. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You don't got the perfect building that you imagine you starting your lash and nail business in. Cool. Your clients don't want to come to your house because of where you live, but you got like 1 or 2 clients that came. That's a start. So now you're like, okay, I'm going to have to sacrifice saving up, moving out, or getting a rental spot for me to take more clients because they don't feel comfortable coming to my house because of where I live, or because who I live with, or whatever the case may be. There's going to be excuses on 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 excuses, and then some, right? Anywho, I want to say that to say, like, do what you love. Stop letting people tell you, like, oh, you sure you want to do that? Like, don't, even if you don't know them, don't let them be the reason for you to stop doing what you like to do, period. Again, bosses, you are the boss of your life. You control your life. I appreciate y'all so much for watching, and, you know, what excuses do you usually use? I feel like if you got any excuses that you like to use, drop them in a comment, because I want to know how creative y'all are with stopping what you love doing. What was the excuse that stopped you from doing what you really wanted to do in life? Yeah,